1,000 viewers sitting in my room. Do you think I'm the kind of guy that could get 1,000 viewers sitting in his room? It's happened before, but very rare. It's a very rare occasion. I had 1,000 followers in many places, but 1,000 views at the same time, concurrent views, that's a lot. I'm just curious if I can get 10. I don't know what I wrote. I can't remember. I thought in the title at first I wrote 10 viewers. Hello, Susan. Hoping to get 10 viewers. 10 concurrent viewers. I don't know if concurrent is a word, but let's see here. It says hello. It says hello, but it says under hello, one message. So it kind of covered up the one message I had, but now I can see it. How are you doing, Susan Day? Thank you for jumping right into my broadcast. I hope you can share the broadcast and enjoy some time again with me, your host, Gordon. You'll have to jog my memory on things that we like to talk about together, because I know we've seen each other before. And I remember you coming into one of my most recent broadcasts, because it's been a while that I don't really broadcast very often, but here I am again. So, what's new with you? Or what isn't new? What's new with me? I guess I got a lot of supplements. I have a lot of new supplements into my life. Still lots of mushrooms, sea moss, saffron, rhodalia. Turn right. Okay. Been doing a lot of breathing exercises. I'm still doing the same old stuff, but getting better at practicing daily, I guess. I also play a lot of video games, which is probably not a good daily practice. But I'm looking into that. Get that figured out. I'm changing my seizure medication. It will save me from osteoporosis. Good. I'm glad that you are doing what you need to do to save yourself from osteoporosis. I feel like I haven't looked that one up very much. Well, I'll bet you there's mushrooms that you can have that would help you with osteoporosis too, keep you from getting it. Turn left. Okay. Osteoporosis. Because mushrooms, some of them are very high in vitamin D, which vitamin D is kind of a precursor for everything. Whenever you need everything. I am medication free. I do not particularly like the pharmaceutical model on anything. So I am living medication free and doing just fine without it. There's more that I can do for myself than any medication I've found for any of the traits or symptoms that I live with. The old meds caused me to not be able to have vitamin D. Well, there you go. That's not good at all. I wonder if it was just you or many people. Because if it's many people, I mean, why are they even putting that into people? Everyone! Kill everyone! Take away their vitamin D privileges. That's terrible. Well, I'm glad that you were educated enough to make the decision to get the heck off of that and change it out. That's great. That's great. Well, meds coffee, and vitamin D save me from osteoporosis. Yeah. Change seizure meds. So seizures. Do you take CBD products? Because I know that's been a real big thing in the news over the last 40 years or so. CBD helping people and animals with seizures. Like real. It took me 10 years to get a doctor to change them. That's sad. That is a sad story. You know, like I'm yeah, curious about the CBD though. You know, like potent CBD too, not just the regular gummies that you can get over them. Although even those are probably good. It's just I would think that there are. You know, it's like I was telling my counselor. I guess he's a counselor, psychiatrist. I don't even know. I can't remember. I don't. I was telling my guy today. I was talking about industrial hemp versus homegrown cannabis or hemp. It's like Dr. Emoto. You're putting love and you're putting effort and you're putting personal tones into what you're growing for medicine or just for nurturing nutrition or just for nurturing yourself. I joined a CBD business to hopefully be able to afford it. Okay, that's interesting. You can grow it. Depending on your ability to grow things, you can grow CBD, plants, which a form of cannabis, even if it's not, you know, um, a THC potent plant, you can grow your own. I hear it. It seems like it's fairly easy. I actually got my green card so I could start growing cannabis or hemp. I guess you could probably grow hemp without it, but I definitely got the card anyway. And if you have seizures, I would think that like I don't know where you're from, but if you're in Washington, that would definitely fit the bill for getting a green card, and then you could grow your own plants. And depending on you know you talk to the doctor who gives you the card, and then they'll give you 0 to 15 plants. 15? I think it was 16 or 15 or 16. Then you could grow your own. You could definitely afford that. Joining a CBD business to hopefully be able to afford it sounds not sketchy, but it's like, yeah, I think it does cost about 300. But think about it, having it and growing like $300. Now I'm not telling you to sell your medicine or give it away or do anything like that, but $300 goes a long way. And if you actually pay for cannabis, then you could save $300 in 3 visits from not paying the 9% taxes here in Massachusetts, here in Washington. So, but if you're a senior, the senior discount is apparently better. It's 10%, whereas the medical card discount is only 9%, which covers the taxes. So, there's something to know. But seriously, that $300, if you were, like, if you do that and then they allow you to grow plants, if you were to take any bit of those plants and turn around and use that to, it could easily pay for itself very quickly, very quickly. Like in one plant, you could easily pay for that $300. So, not telling you to do illegal things, but do illegal things. No, I'm not telling anybody to do illegal things. I'm just saying silly stuff, and if you do it, then that's your own prerogative. I'm also playing Louis Armstrong and Ella Fitzgerald, which is totally illegal. So it's just on the radio, but I'm not allowed to do that, with Facebooks and stuff like that. So I'll turn it down a little bit. But I don't really care because I feel like it doesn't matter. I'm only here to connect with folks. Like right now, it's just Susan. So if somebody sees the replay, cool. Come back again when it's live, say hello, send a chat. Otherwise, it's just me and Susan connecting right now anyway. So it doesn't matter if my video gets taken down. It does say I have 4 viewers, but Susan's the only one daring enough to send in a chat. I appreciate you, Susan. Thank you for doing that. It's much more fun. Well, it's nice to see and talk to you. It's nice. I was going to say, it's much more fun than talking to yourself, but I enjoy talking to myself too, so I might as well be honest about that. Oh my goodness, what's all this? $1,000,000 items. This is a big receipt from the store. I like it when you go live. You're fun. Thanks. Appreciate your compliment. Thank you. I like to be fun. All right. Well, what else should we talk about in the next few minutes before I maybe get out of here? Although I'm up to 5 viewers right now, and I said 10. I was looking to get 10. So if you're watching and you're like, "What's this guy about?" Just hit the share button and pound on the likes, and wherever you're at, let me know where you're at. Hit some buttons. It is 6 now, 6 views. I am 11 minutes in and looking at 6 viewers. Susan, this might be our lucky day. We may be getting the whole 10 viewers that we asked for. I was looking for 10 concurrent visitors at the same time. I also was looking to have a conversation with like 10 people at the same time. It's been a while since I've had 10 people commentating all at the same time, but this happened. You're near Portland, Oregon. Okay. So, you should have some availability there, I believe, for sure. $300 for that thing. Is money, do you have a savings account? I know that's a kind of it used to be in the 80s, that was a personal question. Maybe in the 90s, maybe 2000, 2010, but it's 2021 now, and I think it's okay to ask people, do you have a savings? Because if you have a savings, I would like to talk about finances and stuff like that, but it doesn't have to be a personal. But I'm curious if you have anything in savings, or some sort of savings, or an investment plan, or anything that you're willing to share and you'd like to hear me talk about, because I will do that. I do, but there isn't much in it. Okay, um, I'm disabled. Cool. I mean, not cool, but so I'd ask you, what does that look like for you? Because I know for some folks, being disabled means that $800 is given to them for rent, and $200 is given to them for food. Or actually, I seen somebody who's getting $300 now for food, which I don't know why, but they did. And then $200 just for cash because they're disabled and they need some help. So they get 800 for rent, 200 for cash, and 300 for groceries every single month. And I'm curious, my guess is you're probably not allowed to save, and they probably expect you to spend all of that. They don't probably expect you to like save 10% of it every month, or 5%, or 2%, or 1%, or 100% of it. Like, hello, Barry. Good to have you. Good to have you. I'm just gonna start rambling about finances a little bit. You get under 875 for food each month. That is tough, because if you're disabled and that's all you get, that's tough. Do you have part-time work, or do you have some way of bringing other income in? Because at some point you have to say, like, well, how the heck does this person live? Or do you live on those means? Because you know what? You can do that too. You can live on $0 and still make it. We can do it. It can be done. But yeah, but you do have something in your savings, which is good, because some people, believe it or not, some people don't have any savings whatsoever. They will just take it. They will take it. How will they take it? But yeah, that's a tough situation. And that's how I feel too. Like, I noticed, like, if I want to go the disability route, I can't make any money. And I know I could make a lot more money than they would ever give me. You are skilled and talented. You are ability to make money. You are skilled and talented. You have ability to make money. I know I do, but Susan's disabled and she may not be skilled and talented. I don't know. She seems pretty skilled and talented enough to get into my live broadcast pretty quick, and I appreciate her for doing that. Like, so there's some skill there. She's got some really good stuff going for her, and she's ahead of the curve because she's on here looking at stuff. I don't know, man. I've been looking at Robinhood again and looking at stock investments, and just knowing that having money in the bank in a savings account doesn't do anything much for you. But if you were to put that same amount of money somewhere else, you could get between. I mean, I'm looking at some of the stocks that I still have left over from when I was really active, and I'm looking at them and I'm like, wow. This one's up 1%, 2% in the 2 days that I've owned it. But other ones like Square is up 400%. My money grew by 400%. And with Robinhood, you can invest I don't know what the limit is, but my guess is it's probably $1 or $10. Like you could buy fractions of a share. So if you buy fractions of a share of something along the same similar lines as Square, where it's going to be up 400% within a couple years, you could take your savings and turn it from point 0.1 interest or 1 interest or even 2, or if you're really lucky and you found a bank like I did in the Midwest online, All American Bank, they were giving me 4% on my money. Now I was like, 4%, that's amazing. However, I'm financially intelligent enough that I can do way better than that using like Robinhood and buying stocks in the stock market. And while it may be there is a risk, is a very low risk for someone like me who pays enough attention to what is like, it's really not that big of a risk in my opinion, because if you make why like if you do a little bit of if you educate yourself a little bit and you play it safe in your risks, then you can really do much better than putting in a savings account. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that makes everybody's curiosities grow in that area. Because, yeah, and they will just take it. I don't think they will to a certain extent, but yeah, because it's like you're only making 875 for food. Why would they like? I don't know. I just don't get it. And hey, maybe you know what? Maybe you wouldn't need that if you had some information that would help you get to a place where if you have a little bit of money, you can use the money to make more money. And that's some place that anyone can do. Anyone can do that, and that's like I think that I have a little bit of power to enable people to do that. So I think that's pretty cool. I actually made an offer to a small group that I would go and talk about this kind of stuff with them, and I haven't done it yet, but I'm gonna. And I should be just doing it live in public too because it's easy. It's easy, and you don't have to not know about it. If you just happen to run into me and I share the information with you, then you too can know about it, and then you can jump in on it. What's up, 8 viewers? Thanks for jumping through here. Please hit the buttons, hit the likes, hit the love, hit the comments, say hello. Tell us if you have a savings account or if you have stocks in the market or you have cryptocurrencies. Barry, if you want to talk about anything in those areas, like I would love to shoot the breeze with you. Um, I recently made a purchase, got some waste management, finally did it. Did not buy a full share because they're $140 and I didn't have that, but I did buy into some waste management because I just been knowing. I just been knowing. And I did some reading on them within the last year and I just been knowing. I just know. And yeah, so I got in on the little bit of the waste management because they're not going anywhere and they just keep on growing and they're like the only one doing it. Who's doing it? They're all across the country, man. Don't close your eyes on waste management. It's a great place to invest your money. I hope they're gonna incorporate with like I hope they're doing good things for our I don't know if they're killing everybody or they're burning the fuel or what they're doing with it, but I just know that it's a really safe place to invest money and they have a pretty good dividend and reinvest your dividends so that way you can just keep having more and more and more and more. It just compounds up and up and up. Yeah, investing is really great on the stock market if you know what you're doing or you have someone that can help you like me because yeah, you could definitely do some pretty cool stuff on there. I lost everybody. I don't have anybody chatting with me now. I'm getting bored because I don't know. Maybe you guys are bored of me talking about that. ExxonMobil pays dividend around 80 cents each quarter. How many quarters a year are we talking here? I mean, quarters to me means four times a year. That's it's okay, but I wouldn't unless like I would like there's better places like Hewlett Packard, HPQ four times. HPQ is pretty constant, and I usually get two to $4. Um, uh, Triple M, they give me something. I don't remember what. Waste Management's probably way higher than 85 cents. I'll let you know. You're here listening? Good. Um, uh, I don't know if Apple paid divs. I think they paid dividends. Susan, are you familiar with the stock market at all? At all? At all? 4 times. Yeah, 4 times. 4 quarters. Yeah, I don't have a lot of stocks right now, but I do have a few, and I'm not always thinking about it, but from time to time, I do some thinking about it. There's actually, and back when I first, I'll just tell you the story. When I was a kid, my uncle gifted me and my mom, because she was custody of me because I wasn't 18 yet, he gifted me 18 shares of Webster Bank. They told me this. So I was like, okay, okay. And then my whole life from then on, I was like, what is this stock market? This is what rich people are doing. That's what they're doing. And it's true that in many ways, that's what they're doing. So I was like, how do I do that? How do I do it? How do I do it? And I could not figure it out for the life of me until later on in life. And I finally figured out that if I opened a Capital One, it's Capital One Investment now, but back in the day it was something else. I can't even remember who they bought out, but if I opened this account, I could pay $7 and they would allow me to buy, stocks on the stock market. So that was a huge ripoff. And I did not have a lot of money. I was just some poor kid who worked, not minimum wage, but close to minimum wage. And, like I didn't think that I had money to invest in myself in the stock market. But truthfully, I did. Didn't realize it then, but I did, and it would cost $7 to buy some stocks. So if you buy one share of, let's say, Twitter at the time, it was $14. You'd have to pay a fee of $7 to buy it. Now, in that kind of world, you'd never make money and you'd lose big because you'd be paying, so much. Like this thing. It's like you would actually have to pay twice because you have to pay to buy and pay to sell. So to buy a $14 share, it would have to over double in order for you to even make anything. And it's very unlikely. It's very unlikely. So many years later, when Periscope came out, I met this guy on Periscope, and it was this really intelligent kid who was just really cool dude. And he was like, have you ever heard of Robinhood? I was like, no, I never. I mean, yeah, the cartoon and the movie and stuff, yeah, for sure. But he's like, no, there's an investment app about Robinhood, because I've always been talking about how I need to invest. I need to invest. It's how people make more money. It's I can see that this is how you do, but if I can't afford it to do it, how am I going to do it? Well, Robinhood was one of the first apps. There's many now that allows you to make trades for $0. Doesn't cost anything. You just buy. If you say, well, I want to buy one share of this company and it's $15, then it costs you $15 and you just get the share and that's it. They don't get any money from you. And they do sell services so they can get money from you, but you do not have to partake in that. I don't right now, but I have in the past paid for Robinhood's, uh, you know, subscription plan, which basically, if they deem you as creditable, they'll give you money to play with. But I didn't like that. I didn't feel safe about it. Although I feel like, like the way I probably do really good on that, but I don't really want to mess with that. That's kind of like, to me, that's gambling, because it's like, it's one thing to invest your own money. It's another thing to invest someone else's money and, borrow money from someone. So yeah, like Robinhood is free. You can open a Robinhood account. They'll give you a free share if you open an account. Is usually between $2 and $10. Usually around $4 or $5. They'll give you a free share, and they'll give the person who recommended referral to you. So if you use my Robinhood link to open an account, then I would get a share. You would get a share, and you'd be on your way. And then from there, you could take 5, 10, 20 bucks and start buying things. I would, if you're friends with me, I would tell you, like, here's some that I think will do you good to invest in, because I think that within the next year to 5 years, they're going to be going up. Like, that's what you want to do, is buy something that's going to go up, or buy something that's consistently not going to go, it's not volatile, and, like, it's safe. Like, Me and I would tell you, like, Waste Management, super safe. They're not going anywhere. Coca-Cola used to be one of those ones that is safe. I wouldn't recommend buying stock in a company that murders so many people and puts the country in a bad place, like a Coca-Cola or Pepsi. However, they are safe, usual safe bets because they're not going anywhere. Disney is a really great safe bet. I've always had stock in Disney, and it went up quite a bit when they created their own Netflix type pay, on demand Disney. And it seems like anything that has a subscription service new to the kind of what's going on today in the world, like Activision, that's a great company. A lot of video game companies because they have new models like um, where people are paying for pieces of the video game rather than just the video game. Like people who play Call of Duty mobile, at least, I don't can't speak to all of it, but people who play Call of Duty mobile are paying 24.99 a season, like almost a month for that extra stuff. And they're paying for skins and different guns and outfits in game, which creates a huge revenue for companies like Activision, which is one of the companies that I do still have stock in. And at one point, it was up quite a bit, and now it's back down to like $90 a share. But when I got in, it was like $8 a share. And I made some mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes along the way. It takes some time to learn, but they were all really great mistakes where you're like, oh, I sold all of it, and then it went up. Like, oh, this happened to me with Doge coins. I sold all of my Doge coins and then they skyrocketed. And I was like, are you so stupid that you did that? And I was like, no, no, you gotta learn. You gotta learn. You play PUBG? You do? I play PUBG. You play PUBG? That's too funny. What what's your rank? What are you playing right now? In the new season 1.1212. How many seasons have you been playing this PUBG game? And what device are you playing on? And then we'll just talk about PUBG for the rest of the time. I don't know if you can buy stock in Tencent. I think you can actually. I'm not sure of that, but I swear I saw them in my Robinhood news feed in soon. Yep. Well, how many seasons you got in? I think I started at season 15, so I've been in there for season 20 now. I've been in there for 5 or 6 seasons. I just made Ace 2 seasons. What's your highest rank? I just made Ace +1 last season, and that was it. Every other season I got close. I was so close to getting Ace, and then I didn't get it. But this season I got it. I actually broadcast those. I don't use Haps to do that, but I broadcast a fair amount of more than anything else. I've been broadcasting my gaming on Game On with Gordon on my Facebook channel, also on Twitch under Subliminal Spirit, and sometimes I'll put it in other places, but usually just Twitch and Game On with Gordon. Crown, awesome. Okay, well I guess you're gonna have to let me know what your name is, and my name is I'll type it in here, but you're gonna have to go ahead and find me on there so we can get a game in. My PUBG handle is like this. Pow, like that. Amanita Var, like the mushroom. The var stands for variety because there's a variety of that specific type of mushroom, which is a mycorrhizal species, and they grow in symbiotic with plants and I guess in humans too. I mean, heck, humans, everything. It's all symbiotic. Go away, keyboard. I'm ready to hit send. How do you hit send? I don't know how to hit send. I don't know how to hit send. Okay, here we go. There we go. How do you send it? Where's the send? There's no send button. There it is. Warrior Grandma. Okay, all right. I'll be looking for you. All right. I can only see my comments. Don't know why. Oh, well, it's probably because Barry is on a different platform than you. It says at Barry Brown. So he might be on Twitter. I'm not sure, Barry. Barry, where are you watching from? Susan's on Facebook. You let me know if you can see Susan's comments. Warrior Grandma. All right, all right. I can only see my comments. Yeah, so stocks. Robinhood, if you want a link to that app, I do post it regularly. I post it quarterly, but I would be happy to send it to you. Um, and I recommend it. I don't know financially if you're allowed to. I can tell you this. I know somebody. I can speak for myself. Is that um, they definitely don't like you having too much money. But I know that like when I received some benefits and having the 2 grand in stocks doesn't stop them from giving me benefits here in Washington, which is awesome because I was like, you know, this is ridiculous. You expect people to not have anything to receive something? And I'm a smart guy. If you give me something, I'm going to do my best to make it grow. I don't want to be poor. I want to make it grow. And if I know how to make money grow, why wouldn't I do that? So it's like, dude, I don't know. I want to stream my games to Twitch. How fun! I want to stream my games. What device are you using? You can use Prism Live. Prism Live, Prism like Rainbow Prism Live. You could broadcast to multiple channels right from the device you're playing from, and you can take your audio into the game and talk, but you can't see comments and stuff without an extra device if you do that way. That's how I usually go about doing it. iPhone. I usually go about doing that with Prism Live to those places. But like I have extra devices so I can try to see comments and stuff. But nobody ever comments. Nobody's watching me. I'm not getting any views. Although it says 9 right now. So thank you for tuning in. I hope that you're having an interesting thoughts about either investing, some financial stuff, or PUBG time waster. I wonder if playing PUBG makes us disabled because I certainly spend more time doing that than I should because I got other stuff in life that I wanted to conquer and I said I'd love to get Conqueror, but I would have to play every day nonstop at my skill level to get Conqueror. And I think that I think I could do it, but I would have to play every day nonstop. And I can't do that. I can't do that. My girlfriend would not let me do that. And I can't do that anyway. Like I have other hobbies like playing guitar. I guess I can't do that, but also I spend some time, even though I play a lot of PUBG, I also play Call of Duty Mobile. And I didn't for a long time, but I started again because I don't know, I like it. So I started doing that again, but I'm currently sober, don't use any cannabis, don't use any alcohol, don't use any pharmaceutical drugs, don't use any drugs at all. I'm totally sober, living on health food and health supplements and all kinds of fresh mushrooms and supplemented powdered mushrooms and just trying to do the best stuff that I can do for myself. I love guitar. I play the guitar very often. I've been playing since the 90s and since the last 6 years at least, I play almost every day. I actually didn't play for the last 2 days, and then I knew if I did play today, but sometimes I got to take time off, and sometimes a longer period. There were years where I didn't really touch my guitars and stuff, and I actually just bought one. It's a cheapo used guitar, but I'd broken mine and finally got a replacement piece of crap to play on. So you have written lyrics? That's awesome. That's great. I don't have any written lyrics, and I wish I did because my biggest issue is I don't. But if I had written them down, I could easily put them to the music. But it's like I can't make up both. I have a hard time making both up at the same time. Actually, that's not true. But if I'm doing it silly, I can do it. I think I can do it actually, but I haven't, and I haven't written any serious things ever. I have a hard time playing intricate things and singing them if I'm making them both up, right? Like that's where it comes into play too. Like if I'm making up the song as I'm playing it and I'm making the song and I'm trying to make up the lyrics as I go, it gets difficult. And even though like I guess there's some stuff that I play over and over again that I probably should try to put lyrics to because I probably could do that. Excuse me. I probably could do that. Yeah, get a guitar. You could learn it. Might even be good for your seizures. I'm not sure why you have seizures, but it could be. Guitar is good for you. It's healthy for your brains. Left hand, right hand stuff. It's good stuff. Stuff. Oh, you have one? Oh, well, download Guitar Tuna. It's an app. It's free. Guitar Tuna, spelled like the fish, Tuna. Guitar Tuna. Tune up your guitar. If you tune it to 432, there's a setting in there you can lower the hertz on the tuning to 432, and while you play the guitar, is actually beneficial to your brain and your body because you're playing on a frequency that is one with nature, and it can actually do some healing work. It's therapeutic while you play. Playing guitar is very therapeutic. You have one, so yeah, you tune it up and you learn some chords. There's a guy on the internet who gives out some really great free tips, but he also has a paid program, and he will try to get you to sign up if you sign up for his newsletter. But I forget his name. It's Tony, I think. But he teaches TAC guitar methods. Tony Acoustic Challenge. That's what it was. Tony's Acoustic Challenge, and he got some great tips. I would love to give out some free tips too, but I don't know if I don't know where you're at. And he's already got videos, so there's definitely videos on YouTube. And for me, I spent 20 years practicing my chords. I feel like until I started learning what I needed to do to better my brains and my health, I finally like flew over the wall. Like I had hurdles, and once I got over my health hurdles, my guitar skills just skyrocketed because now I can play the F chord pretty easy. Like there are just chords that I don't particularly like, and I can do like when I first started playing, I couldn't use my pinky to do anything, and now I can pinky this and that here and there and all over the place. And I've been practicing more and more and more, and I've learned some techniques to practice that are pretty easy and fairly boring, but if you practice them every single day, you will eventually figure out where they fall into play. And when you have all these little things and they fall into play, it's like you sound really good, and people are like, "You're amazing," and you're like, yeah, like, yeah, okay, but yeah. All right, well, I had a 9. I got 9. It says 9 in the view. It says 9, but I don't think that I have 9 viewers. Maybe I do. I don't think I do. Nobody's showing me that I do. I think I had 2. I had 2. I successfully 2. And Barry sent me a message saying it was good to see you live again. So I'm guessing he left. If you look for me on PUBG, my picture is the same as here. Right now, your picture here is a red circle with a profile dot. It's got a dot in the shoulders. That's it. They're not showing me nothing here. But I'm on Haps. I'm using the Haps app to broadcast. So, and you're on Facebook, huh? And this is what page am I broadcasting to on Facebook? Is this on my Gordon page? I think it is. I think it is. Thanks for paying attention to my page. I appreciate your views. I appreciate to have somebody to chit chat with. It's very nice. And we'll have definitely get on yeah, we'll definitely have to play some PUBG, and we'll see if we can't like see if we can't make it to ace real quick this season. Are you in a clan? I got a pretty good clan too. There's some pretty cool people in it. We get together and we have our matches, and it's good. I will come to Heps. Oh, okay. Well, I don't mind you're on Facebook. It don't matter to me. I'm lucky it goes to all the different places. Just like if I was doing Prism Live, Haps is great for these. I really like Haps. The Haps app is great as far as I can tell. It's it's not Prism Live, but it's got similar features to it that they work pretty good. So I actually think I wish Haps could do what I do with Prism Live because I'd probably use Haps. I do like it. I actually should be getting out of here because I have a delivery for a lovely lady, and I'm sure she's she's probably not waiting for it that much because I am right here in the car. But maybe I'll send a message or two. It's 11 o'clock. I'm gonna have to go to bed at some point. I'm hoping to get that 9th, 10th viewer. And I'm looking at my live. You can add guests. I don't know how that works. That's weird. I typed in Z and it brought me up somebody I don't know. Text me your PUBG name or I won't get it. I can't see your comments. Oh, you can't? It's A. Okay. Well, I know yours. It's Warrior Grandma, but mine is Amanita. 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 Capital V. It's capital Amanita. Amanita. Capital VAR. So capital A, capital V. Amanita Var. But I'll look for you on there, Warrior Grandma. That's a pretty easy one. That was your Periscope name too, right? Warrior Grandma. Was that right? Well, I can't believe yet you're playing PUBG. I think that's funny. People play PUBG. Probably gonna be on there again soon, like today. But nope. It's A-M-A. There's no E. It's Amanita. A-M-A. Here, I'm gonna write it again. A-M-A-N. Oops. All right, I'm gonna do it again. Ready? A M A N I T A capital V A R. There you go. I'm a Needver. Gordon Lewis at Gordon. Yeah, I don't know. I'm surprised it doesn't go everywhere. I thought the chat would go everywhere. That's good to know. Thanks for letting me know. What happens if I turn the camera off? This is black. That's it. That's it. Yeah, send me a thing on there. I will be on very shortly. And I try not to stay up all hours of the night to play. I actually just turned on my screen time. It wasn't on. I thought it was on, but it wasn't on because I want to know how many time I'm spending playing that game because I really should be spending time doing other things that are very important to me. So I should be doing other things too. So at least if I can get my PUBG addiction under control, then I can really make sure I get those other things programmed into my schedule so that I can get them done. Because if I end up playing PUBG for 24 hours a day, then well, what's left? There ain't much left after that. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. And I didn't get to 10 viewers, but maybe next time. Maybe next time. Consistency is key. So, and we will see you on the PUBG servers. And if anybody else wants to join in, send us a friend request, and we'll see you there. There's a mute button, and a Flip the camera button. Bye, Susan. Thanks again for stopping in on my live. Hooking me up with the view on the Facebooks and the Haps app. Although it doesn't say that you're on Haps, just still says the Facebook icon. But that's okay. Bye-bye.